Kitendawili, tega. Here is a Swahili riddle for you. What is a rope that is very long but cannot tie firewood? The answer is njia, a path or a road. A path represents the direction a community chooses to take together. Imagine a school with no head prefect or a village with no chairperson. Without someone to point the way, you usually end up with confusion, noise, and a lack of direction. To solve that chaos, communities rely on uongozi, the Swahili word for leadership. You can see this happen right in the schoolyard when students gather to pick their next head prefect. Stepping up to lead requires clear, effective communication to bring people together. To participate in Ugandan democracy, we first need to understand the words used to build it. Let's look at the specific Swahili vocabulary used to guide a community. When a candidate wants to be chosen, they go on the trail to organize a campaign. Their goal is to persuade the citizens to give them their kura, which means vote or ballot. To earn that vote, the candidate makes an ahadi, a promise to the community about what they will do if they win. This diagram shows how we talk about those future plans in Swahili. When a candidate makes a promise, they use the future tense marker, which is the syllable ta. As you can see, this ta slides right between the subject prefix and the root verb. So if a voter wants to declare their plan, they say mimi nitapiga kura, which means I will vote. If someone wants to say they will not do something, we change the very beginning of the word. Watch the diagram. We swap the part for I or he with a version that means not, but the ta stays right where it is. And unlike other tenses, that a at the end doesn't change. It becomes mimi sitapiga kura, I will not vote. An easy way to remember this rule is that ta stands for tomorrow. Understanding how to build these future tense verbs gives you the language you need to discuss what leaders say they will do for the community. Now let's look at the physical items involved in an election. Many of these words fall into a specific Swahili grammar category called the IZ noun class. This visual equation demonstrates the main rule for the IZ class. These words do not change their spelling when they go from singular to plural. Notice how the ballot icon multiplies, but the word kuda remains exactly the same. This applies to other core campaign terms too. One campaign or many campaigns, it is still spelled campaign. One ahadi or many promises, the word is still ahadi. If you want to say my vote is a secret, you say kura yangu ni siri. If you make it choral to say our votes are a secret, the surrounding words change, becoming kura zetu ni siri, but kuda stays intact. This grammatical consistency keeps the focus on the action. Whether you are talking about your own vote or the votes of 1,000 people, the word kura remains exactly the same. Elections happen at many levels. As we move from the schoolyard to the national stage, different leaders are chosen to serve specific areas. This structural chart shows how Uongozi scales up. Starting at the bottom tier, we have the kiranja, or head prefect, who is responsible for maintaining discipline within a school. Moving up one level to the village, we find the mwenyekiti, the local chairperson. Their main job is to resolve local disputes and mobilize community work. Stepping up to the regional tier, citizens elect a mbunge, a member of parliament. They represent their district by making national laws. Finally, at the top of the ladder is the rais, the president, who oversees the development and security of the entire country. Despite the vast differences in scale across these roles, the core definition of Uongozi remains exactly the same. It is rooted in serving the community. Let's bring this back down to the school setting. The campaigns are over and the time has come for uchaguzi, election day. The voters step forward and drop their ballots into the sanduku la kura, the ballot box. This physical action turns all the campaign talk into a concrete choice. Once the votes are counted and a winner is announced, their real work begins. They have to prove they are a good leader through uaminifu, which is honesty, and bidii, hard work. And the voters have a job to do too. Using the future tense, they can track what the winners said they would do, holding them accountable to every ahadi they made on the campaign trail. Now, it's your turn to participate. Kitendawili. Think about what we've learned and answer this riddle in the comments. What is something you make during a campaign, but can easily break if you aren't honest? Learning this vocabulary helps you follow election debates and understand exactly what is being promised. It gives you the tools to speak up and join the conversation in a demokratia.